Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about what do you do after she reads the letter, and that depends on her reaction. Now, my vast experience of working with this method suggests that there can be only 4 reactions to this, aside of very rare cases which we're also going to discuss at the end of this video. So reaction number 1, you get a positive response. She says, "Oh, how nice of you. Yeah, sure, let's not sure about being friends, but I'm okay with saying hi once in a while." That happens in most of the cases, and basically, like, the rest of this video is not for you. Skip to the next one if that's your case. Second option, she can read it and not respond. So you know she read it because you see that the message is read, but you don't get a response. Or she can have it set the way that you don't know if she read it or not. For example, in some messaging platforms, or if you send an email, you don't really know if she opened it or not in most cases. There is a way to do it. I see it as the same case because it would be polite to assume if somebody didn't respond that they didn't read it, even if they did. And then you wait a few days and you politely follow up. You ask me, have you read my last message? Do you perhaps have some comments or suggestions? And that usually gets a response. This kind of a polite manner really works. And usually after that, you get an angry response. Something I actually want to talk to you about. That's reaction number 3. Either immediately or after you follow up, you can get an angry response. And don't fret if you get an angry response like, "I told you to never contact me again. You hurt me so much. You don't exist for me. You disgust me." You can get a lot of really angry words. And actually, my experience shows that this doesn't mean that she hates you. It means that she is passionate about you and she's very hurt. And this is a perfect opportunity to say, "I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. I finally realized how much I hurt you, and I don't want you to suffer anymore, and I don't want us to be enemies. Can we please talk? Can I call you so we go through all of those issues so both of us feel better?" And usually you get a yes response to that. So, "Oh, what can you tell me? Perhaps we can work with a therapist together." That usually works. Women are much more therapy friendly than men. That's the worst case scenario. Then you can work, well, not with me. You can do it with me as well, but probably going to be too expensive. But you can find a couple of therapists that can get you together in a room or online and do it. Right? So this is one of the ways. So basically, like, if anger is strong, confront that anger with, "I deserve the anger, but I want to reveal it. I don't want you to have this negative emotion. I was wrong. Let's resolve this." That is very powerful. And if done with real intention in heart to resolve the conflict, because it doesn't matter if what she says is legitimate or not, if she is right or wrong. Your focus should be on her and removing her pain. And if she feels that, the way now you feel that I care about you, because I genuinely do, those things, people feel those things, and you will be able to also feel it, and she will be able to feel it. Because if there is like intention to help her get rid of negative emotions, she will open up to you. Same goes for an immediate angry call. Why did you like message me? I told you to never contact me again." Perfect. Say, "Look, I want to work through the issues. I don't want you to experience this anger. I don't want us to be enemies because life is long, and I don't want us to regret that we had this fight when years pass. I respect your decision. I don't want to be a couple anymore. I mean, maybe I do, but it doesn't matter. I don't insist. I respect your choice. I just don't want to be enemies." Remember, at every stage, and we work in stages, right? There is like acquaintances stage, friends with benefits stage, couple stage, right? On every stage, when she talks about what are we for each other, you only talk about this stage but not the next one. That's like, so if you have this conversation, I just want to be acquaintances, I don't want to be a couple. You actually say that. And that relaxes her because finally he heard me and respects my choice. Never talk about the next stage. She has to go to the next stage gradually, because when everything is over and you're back together again, her story, as the stories of most of my successful clients and their exes, and now not exes, but they're actually loved ones that they're together with, is, well, we actually broke up, but after that we kind of moved back together closer and closer, and it just happened. That should be her reaction, not he put in so much effort and got me back. That story never works, because people don't want to be manipulated against their will. She doesn't want to be gotten back, right? She wants this to happen naturally. That's why you never reveal, I want to get you back. Please give me a chance. None of that thing. So you say, look, I just don't want the conflict to happen. And that's exactly what we're doing at this point. We don't want the conflict to happen. Okay, so what if she reads the message? You do a follow-up, and the follow-up also doesn't get a response. So nothing gets a response. I suggest changing the medium. Next thing, you write the same letter, or slightly different, in handwritten form. Write it by hand. Send it by FedEx. We spoke about it in our previous part of the course. And so it has to be tracked delivery and personal delivery. So she had to sign for it and take it. That works great. Don't add I love you, don't add candy, don't add flowers. We'll flirt later. Everything has its own time and place. Now, remove the conflict is all we want, is to remove the conflict, okay? All right, so all of those issues, when, for example, there is an angry call and you resolve it, they usually get, okay, we can be acquaintances. Doesn't mean we're going to talk every day, okay, but if I meet you on the street, I'll say hi, yeah, sure, and please, like, stay in touch. Stay in touch. The last phrase should be stay in touch in this conversation. That stay in touch implies that you will not be blocked. And if you message her once in a while, it's going to be fine, okay? So the written letter should end with, could you please call me and your phone number? And usually, like, she reads it and she picks up the phone, and you get either, okay, right, fine, we'll be acquaintances, or you get the angry call. We just spoke about how the angry call works and what to do with it. So this is the way to deal with those things. And the next video will be going from acquaintances to friends. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. Sometimes, if she's with another guy, at this stage she might say, like quite a frequent thing, but I am with this other man. I respect him too much to talk with my ex. He may not understand, that kind of issues. In this particular case, just say, look, I don't want to get in a way of you and your ex interacting, but I respect your choice and I want you to be happy in the future. But if you don't want to bring any negative baggage to your new relationship, we have to stay on good terms. And I promise that I will respect your relationship with your new man, but I want us to be on good terms. You don't have to hide the fact that you like spoke to your ex and you delve through the issues and you communicate saying hi once in a month. Otherwise, there's something wrong with your ex. Don't say that, but imply it. Usually that works. The idea of closure in relationships, so the next one works, kind of works for most women. So that's how you deal with that particular situation. Right. So this is how you deal with the consequences of the letter. I gave you like the worst case scenario, but usually the best case scenario that we didn't even discuss much works. She says, yeah, okay, just acquaintances is fine. And then we move to the next stage, how to gradually take the acquaintances part and make it a friends part, and like move her gently through all the stages to the couple stage. Okay? See you in the next video. You did great. If you're watching this but you haven't sent the letter, why are you doing this? Send the letter and then rewatch again to know what reaction to expect and how to deal with it.